Hello everyone, and welcome to this video where I'll be taking you through all three stages of the Hitman 3 Chongqing Escalation, the Lee Hong Derivation. This first level is not unduly difficult, but what you want to do is head right from the starting location, hop over this small fence, climb this drain pipe, shimmy over, and climb up onto this balcony area. Grab the brick on your way, subdue the one guard overseeing this balcony area, and that will allow you to pick up his pistol and the handy silent sniper rifle, which allows you to get the two actual eliminations that you require on this level. Now of course there's a number of ways you can do this bit. I preferred mainly for cinematic effect really to climb up to the top of this area, immediately aim at your first target, put a round through. I've noticed that if you hit this guy pretty much anywhere, he will tend to die from one shot. Now your second target, there is a way to make him go and stand closer to the car at the back, which will allow you to nice and easily blow it up. So you put one round in the front, which makes him take notice and go and stand at the back, and then about 3, sometimes maybe 4 rounds to the rear part of the car will make it explode. I was shooting at the rear because in real life it would make most sense if you were trying to make a car explode. Not that I think it's very easy, but if you were, it would make most sense to shoot towards the fuel block, which would usually be around there. I actually realised eventually that there's a much easier way to make vehicles in Hitman 3 explode, which is to shoot at the wheel spoke at the front, but when I was recording this particular playthrough I did not realise that, so I was shooting where you would in real life, and yeah, nothing really turns on that. Anyway, so the final thing that you need to do in the first stage of the escalation is to go and subdue, pacify, knock out, however you want to say it, the Chief of Police. You can take this circuitous route round to the back of the map, climb one of these bamboo ladders to get up to the rooftop that he's on.
Oh, this chef outfit is really uncomfortable.
And going back and watching this first level of the escalation after having done the second and third makes you realise how easy the first level is, really. Now, this is probably the most difficult thing about the first level though, which is trying to subdue, pacify, knock out the Chief of Police whilst his 2 guards are near him. I found that the best way that worked for me is that you have to knock out all 3 of them, and you have to do it in a particular order. So you need to get this guy as he's walking between the 2 positions he takes next to the Chief of Police and his friend there. Then that allows you to take out the friend, and then you can go ahead and clobber the Chief of Police. So yes, I think, I haven't really rigorously tested it, but I think it's best to use the brick for the first guy, because the brick, I believe, makes less noise than, say, throwing the lead pipe at the first guy. And you do need to get him whilst he's kind of as close to equidistant as you can get between his friend and the Chief of Police. Because if he's too close to one of those 2, then that person will notice when he gets knocked down. So you just need to take a bit of care about the order in which you do it and the timing. But assuming you manage to make it work, it's as simple as that, and then all you need to do is exit the level. And I will fast forward my progress towards the end of the level, just because I did not take the most direct route, or the most efficient route. But anyway, once you have found one of the many possible exits, you finish the first stage. So then, on to the second stage of the escalation. I opted to go the same route again, which isn't one that works really for the third level, due to the timing constraint in the third level, But for this second one, you can go right again, hop the fence, climb the drain pipe, take out the one guard on this balcony area in much the same way as we just did. Take his sniper rifle, hide the body. You don't need to hide the body. I'm pretty sure that no one would, in the ordinary course of things, come up to this part of the level. So one of the complications in this second level of the escalation is just that this target has to die in an explosion. That is not a complication for us, because that is the way we did it in the first stage as well. And to be honest, is just the best way to get this target. Even if it were not the requirement, because it's a nice, easy accident kill on a target that otherwise would stay out in the open.
Should be around here somewhere. Are you sure you're reading it right? Just look for the damn drone. I'll read the tracker. Where's he gonna fire our asses if we don't find it? Are they very expensive?
So, after you've taken out the first target, you need to make your way over towards the rooftop that the Chief of Police is on, but there are a number of other things to do up there now. The complication that really will affect how you play through this level is that you need to take out the target who we will be eliminating as the final stage here with the sniper rifle that's next to the Chief of Police. Now, getting the sniper rifle per se is not the difficulty, nor is using it to kill the target who is in the cable cars. What is more difficult, actually, and what requires a little more thought, is getting the sniper rifle from the location next to the Chief of Police to where you need it to make your shot on the man in the cable cars. So the main problem there is actually the chef who hangs around here. There is also, if you were to take the route that we end up taking for the third level, that would also bypass the chef, but where would be the fun in that? So, once this chef has left the scene, we can take care of business with this chef, who is the threat, who might see us with that sniper rifle, and might therefore throw our plans into disarray. All we need to do is find a way to knock him out without being seen. There we go. Brick to the face will do the job from behind cover. There we go. So, with him out of the way, that more or less clears the route for you to carry the sniper rifle back from next to the Chief of Police to pretty much the starting location, so that you can make your shot before you exit the level. So, again, another complication here. You need to poison this man and kill him with a pistol. It sounds more difficult than it actually is. He is very conveniently either eating or looking over the balcony at all times, unless his routine is interrupted, so you can just poison that food whilst he's looking over the balcony, wait for him to become ill, which happens reasonably quickly, although we would have long missed our timing window if we were playing the third level at this point. You will see that things have to accelerate a lot to make the third level of the escalation work. So as he becomes ill, he will go back to the spot overlooking the balcony, and you can just fire a shot into his head. If you do it from that location, it shouldn't be heard by anyone. There is a reasonably high likelihood that if you do it at various other places, that the gunshot will be heard. So, back onto our rooftop to tackle the Chief of Police and his 2 minions. So, the tactic, again, much the same. You need to try and get the guard who transitions between the location he's in at the moment and standing next to the Chief of Police. You need to try and get him whilst he's transitioning between those 2 positions, and that then allows you to take out the other 2 without being noticed. So get him with the brick as he walks between the 2. Lovely. Then you can take out his friend. And just bash him on the head. I hide the bodies, again, not really necessary here. There's no way that unless you cause some kind of a commotion over here, anyone else is going to come into this area and see the bodies. And the drones' paths don't change either, and don't come over either of those locations. I don't know if the drones can actually see a body if they were to pass over one, but anyway, does not matter. So we now have the sniper rifle that we need for those final 2 targets. And this is the point at which that chef threatened to cause us problems were he not out of the picture. Now, remember that this sniper rifle being on our back would be seen by anyone. I get one of these annoying Hitman 3 network disconnected messages, even though my network was not disconnected. Those pop up every now and then. Thankfully, no one in the chef's kitchen there can see you out of the window. You just need to let this woman with the umbrella, if she is walking at around the same time you're trying to pass through the area, then obviously you want to be behind her and you want to stay back and allow her to complete her path, as otherwise she will see the sniper rifle and all hell will break loose. But assuming you get to this point okay, you're pretty much in the clear because no one should be able to see you crouch running around here with the sniper rifle. Just make sure that you're sensible about it with these 2 guards, with this 1 guard here and then these 2 guards on the next roof. Back up to the balcony right of your starting location. From where you can get your final 2 kills. No real need to go up here, but I did. Slightly annoying that he's got his back to us and that he's in the car going away from us, but doesn't prevent you from getting the kill. Just be patient until enough of his body is visible and then you can get the kill like that. As I say, I think they've made it quite easy to get the kill on the guy in the cable car. Now I leave this final shot for last simply because this target is in the restaurant and there is a chef who walks past his table. So you really ideally want to make sure that you wait for the chef to have passed him, and you want to be in position to leave the level quickly after he is shot. So as you'll see here, I wait a moment for the chef to pass. I probably could have risked it because it does take you about all of 2 seconds to actually get to the exit once he's dead. So I probably should have risked it here, but I wait. wait. Patience is a virtue. Admire the scenery while you're here. And here comes the chef. So, yes, all you're really concerned to avoid here is that chef walking round that corner when your target is already dead. As obviously that would count as a scene body and will lose you your silent assassin status. So, once he's passed, give him a moment to actually leave the scene. I left it just a little while because I think he cleans a table on the corner there, so I just wanted to give him long enough to actually definitely be out of visual line of sight. Then take your shot, and then you can use the exit here. And that's the second level completed. So, on to the third and final level, and by far the most difficult because, as I say, there is a fairly severe time limit. So, for this route, you head right as a difference to the last two levels that I showed you, and you drop to the ledge, shimmy along, climb up the drain pipe to get onto this roof. Two guards here. You want to knock out the one on the right hand side who's just walking into the position where we'll knock him out. Use the can that you picked up on your route. Grab the crowbar there and jump straight onto this walkway. Hop up here using the construction works and up onto the roof where our Chief of Police friend is located. Pick up that brick there. Crowbar open this door. Take the rat poison and crowbar open this door. Now, if you've done this as quickly as you should, then your target here will just be walking to look out over his nice view there, and you can put the poison in his food and be on your way. Because of the timing constraint, you do have to multitask here and move straight from doing the poisoning there to knocking out your target here. Again, I chose to take out the two other guards. I know there are some routes that only require you to knock out the Chief of Police, which would be quicker, but it is also much more fraught with risk. So this method that I'm about to show you, again, we wait until that guard is moving between his positions. This time we get him from behind with the brick. Then we smash our Chief of Police friend here. That allows us to... Again, you don't really need to hide the body, and in fact it is a waste of time here. Grab the sniper rifle that you need for the final kills. Now, I had not knocked out the third guard up on this half of the rooftop, so I wasted a bit of time, dallied here, before I realised that I needed to knock him out. Through the crowbar at him, then you can get your pistol kill on the poisoned target. Again, if you do it up on this rooftop before you climb down here, the gunshot shouldn't be heard. If you were to do it from this walkway or the next rooftop, which I've seen some people suggest as part of their routes for this final level, then I found, at least, there's a high chance that the gunshot will be heard. So, straight back down the way you came to go pretty much back to the starting location. I just forgot how to control him for a moment there, so wasted a tiny bit more time. And to be honest, once you get to this part, you have done the hard element of this escalation. So now we just need to get the accident kill by blowing up the car. Here I do it efficiently, so once I've made him go and stand round at the back of the car, need to give him a number of seconds to move around there and to be close enough that the accident will kill him. Just watch as he goes there. Then one shot to this front wheel hub spoke will cause that explosion. Then you can go back up to the left hand here you don't actually need to knock this guy out, but I chose to do it. Just gives you a bit of comfort that no one's going to hear your final gunshots. No one should hear the gunshot over here because it's far enough away, but the one on the restaurant target could, I think, potentially be overheard if you were unlucky. Because although this rifle is silenced, it's not subsonic, and if you're close enough it will be heard. So again, here we've got 40 seconds left, which allows you a nice pause to allow our friend the chef to remove himself from the picture. Now, I let this tick down probably more than I needed to, but to be honest, you know, as long as I finish within the time frame, I'm happy, so I let it tick down to 15 seconds left on the clock. You only need like 2 to get to the exit from here after all. And there we go. So that's Silent Assassin, suit only on all 3 levels of the Lee Hong Derivation. And for doing that, you unlock not only that cool outfit, but also the sniper rifle, which is a useful one actually, a nice silent sniper rifle with a very cool aesthetic, and you unlock a nice similarly themed briefcase. So all in all, quite an enjoyable escalation, if that third level is very difficult and leaves very little room for creativity. Everyone's route for that final level is more or less the same as far as I've seen. Anyway, thank you for watching everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. Please do like and or subscribe if you did, that would be much appreciated. Thank you.